Could you maybe
Yeah.
talk a little bit about how you, the arduous journey of deciding on which things to make visible? Takes a long time to pick the right things, but maybe give an example or two of the process.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Oz, what I think you'd be the person best suited for this, because we talk all the time about how you can't make everything visual. You have to be very selective. It's kind of like it's like marketing, where you have to say no to the right things and yes to the right things. And so, do you have any input on kind of the thought process that went into that?
Yeah, totally. So the first part is to decide who's the customer. And I think a lot of times when people make things, it's like 10 different customers. So the whole thing gets kind of watered down. So once we select the customer, it's really about constraints. So, and contrast. So a lot of times people want to throw everything up there again, and you lose sight of, you lose contrast. It becomes very muddy. So like for an example, in the year board, we chose 3, just because if you can't kind of say, with 3 main metrics, whether or not your department is healthy, basically it's the bare minimum to do it without getting overloaded with a whole bunch of other things. So what we did when we first threw that out there was we asked for them, and this was quite a while ago actually. We asked for them and nobody knew what to put up there. So we just kind of left them blank, or we chose them for people. And then very quickly people said, I don't care about that. I want something different. So it kind of morphed. It allowed an edit as opposed to an initial creation. But really it's deciding who the customer is and being really clear on like the number 1, number 2, number 3 things that you want to show. You want to be able to see from a distance. You want to be able to squint and go, okay, I know we're okay or not okay. So like, Destination Guys is a good example of that. Like the thing I wanted to show from across the room was shine our light and our values.